Welcome again to the newsroom. Here are stories we're following at this moment. President Muhammadu Buhari has arrived at Louis Edit House Force Headquarters, Abuja, to unveil a wide-range assortment of operational assets acquired to strategically improve on the operational capabilities of the Nigeria Police Force, particularly in crowd control and anti-riot operations. The host, the Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, had invited the President to unveil the equipment, which include a total of 127 operational vehicles and crowd control barrier vehicles. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has said 240 polling units across the country do not have any registered voters, which will impede conduct of the general elections in those locations. The INEC chairman, Mahmood Yakubu, made the disclosure after a meeting with political parties held in Abuja on Monday. Yakubu recalled that the commission had made efforts to redistribute voters to polling units in order to avoid the congestion that made voting cumbersome in many of them nationwide. And the Central Bank of Nigeria has implored Nigerians to make use of the e-Naira and internet banking as alternatives to the current Naira scarcity. The Director of Corporate Communications, Department of the CBN, Osita Wanisobi, who was represented by the Director Capacity Development of CBN, Muhammad Abba, disclosed this while speaking at the recently held 44th Kaduna International Trade Fair. Osita disclosed that the payment system infrastructure could handle an increasing number of transaction volumes across all payment channels, adding that the new Naira policy was not aimed at any individual as being insinuated in the public domain. And as COVID-19 cases continue to decline globally, the Indian Center has announced new rules for visitors coming to India. This comes almost a month after the pre-boarding RT-PCR tests were made mandatory for travelers from 6 countries. However, authorities say the Union Health Ministry will continue monitoring emerging variants and random testing for COVID-19 of 2% of all travelers arriving in India, irrespective of the source country, will remain. In business, the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC) has said that the telecommunications sector remains the driving force of the digital economy of the federal government. The NCC Executive Vice Chairman Umar Dambata said this at the NCC Day at the 44th Kaduna International Trade Fair. Dambata disclosed that the 5th generation network, which had been launched in Lagos State, will improve the nation's communication services. And the death toll from last week's earthquake in Turkey and Syria has risen above 35,000 on Monday as rescue teams started to wind down the search for survivors and the aid effort shifted to hundreds of thousands of people made homeless. The confirmed death toll rose to 35,224 as officials and medics said 31,643 people had died in Turkey and 3,581 in Syria after the February 6 earthquake, the 5th deadliest since the start of the 21st century. And in sports, Philadelphia on Sunday night made sporting history as the Super Bowl defeat made them the first city in history to lose 3 straight sports championships. Philadelphia is reeling after the Eagles lost 38-35 to the Kansas City Chiefs in yet another miserable and historic moment for the city. The loss means Philadelphia is the first city in history to lose 3 consecutive sports titles. That's all on the newsroom. Join us again for more updates. Thank you for staying with us.